Call my wife with another man, cost me 99. On a prison farm in Georgia, close to the Florida line. Well, I've been here for 3 long years. I finally made the warden my friend. He said, son, you need to listen to a really cool podcast.
What's it called?
It's called Thought Bomb.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Listeners, welcome to Thought Bomb. I'm Al. This is Tony to my left.
What's up?
And to his left is the mic. And to the mic's left is Thomas. Say
That
hi.
is, in fact, my name.
That is it. All right. And I said my name is Al because extension from last time. It's not Alex. Please.
He's gotten really upset.
I already got a comment on there on the first episode, man.
Please keep calling him out.
God, I hate it so much,
It's
guys.
his full legal name.
It's
Please
like
refer to
it's,
him
it's
only
like
by that.
I feel like
It'll be hilarious to us. It'll give us much laughter.
No, I hope not. All right, so to speed everybody, I'm going to go over a big recap of the first episode. So we have Oscorp that funds and sponsors Jurassic Park. Obviously, some sort of great calamity or catastrophe happens in the future. So John Connor from Terminator is sent back in time to the day or the day before that Jurassic Park opens in our own little
Absolutely.
File. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And just to recap even more, to go even further back, keep in mind here that each week when we come back into Thought Bomb, everything that we talked about last week still exists. So every Thought Bomb that we lay out this week is going to have effects on our previous topics.
Absolutely. We're building a giant world and our own continuity here. So at the last episode, or at the end of the last episode, we got kind of tangled in who should John Connor bring along with him to help kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Investigate.
Expose Oscorp and their new Jurassic Park for the dastardly dastards that they really are.
Jinkies.
What are they doing wrong?
Who could that have been?
What are they doing wrong in that place? We don't know yet.
Winning by a landslide was Velma from Mystery Inc.
Fucking great choice.
Yeah.
So that was good. I can't even be mad.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not even mad.
I mean, we picked 2 good options, but that was just clear.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Velma was the choice, and our viewers agreed.
That
They
was
saw
definitely-
the light, and the light was Velma Dinkley.
So I guess all right. So now that Velma is in the continuity, since she was what you argued for last time, Thomas.
Absolutely.
So why don't you open our kind of episode 2? Like where's the scene kind of going?
All right, so episode 2.
All right.
The camera pans down over a young New York City.
Okay.
Okay. Jurassic Park has been open for a year.
Mm-hmm.
No reported deaths.
Mm-hmm.
And John Connor.
That's right. It went perfectly.
Yeah, it went perfectly. John Connor is just a lowly security guard working at Jurassic Park, but he realizes that something is amiss. He needs some help. He's not the smartest person in the group. He's not the sharpest tack in the box. So who does he seek out? But a young woman trying to start her own detective agency called Mystery Incorporated. He knocks on the door, opens the door to Velma Dinkley. He explains the situation. And Velma, having a knack for solving mysteries and having a nose for sniffing them out, she hops right on board.
Right now is a perfect time to also reintroduce the 101. Just because he introduced Velma doesn't mean that the entirety of Mystery Inc. and the gang are in our continuity. The 101 is that as we introduce concepts each week, we have to accept the concept 100% for what it is as it's introduced. So, with Velma now on board with John Connor, looking to expose and unravel this great mystery. Now, Tony and I had a conversation over the week about Velma, if she got chosen. As we saw the votes come in, we're like, oh man, it's kind of the rebuttal here in episode 2.
Yeah.
Would this not undoubtedly make whoever's behind all the like exhibits, the black market, like, because we said that the black markets and the exhibits last episode all being auctioned off, right? To go up to secret blacklisted governments or private individuals. So would that not undoubtedly make someone behind a mask? Right? That would have to mean.
So
that
you think our grand
perpetrator-
villain
Yeah,
here.
it has to be somebody wearing a mask.
So
Or some people.
Or some
people. So I think there are a couple ways this could go. That could mean our main antagonist is someone dressing up as a dinosaur, running around terrifying people.
Right?
Or transforming into dinosaurs.
Alternatively, maybe our main antagonist is a dinosaur running around in a human mask.
Holy shit.
But I'm just not.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Thought Bomb. Thank you very much.
We're done. We're wrapped up.
We're done.
No, not to throw the reality wrench into that, but like Doc Connors.
Yeah. Doc Connors. And for those of you who are not familiar with Doc Connors, because he is kind of a more obscure villain in comic books, Doc Connors is actually, he was in that one Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
he's a Spider-Man villain who transforms into a giant lizard and can mentally control other lizards.
So in our continuity,
known as the Lizard.
So is the lizard just a fucking dude in the mask? I'll be pissed. But also I'll laugh at it because Velma isn't involved.
I don't know. Doesn't necessarily have to be. And this could not even be our antagonist. I don't know. We're just going to see how the story
I'm just saying, at the mystery
Doc
at the
Connors
end.
intern?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That whoever's responsible for the black market auctions is definitely should be wearing a mask.
Barney the dinosaur wears a mask.
I'm done.
Barney
Thomas isn't making it to the third episode.
When you're dealing with
Just going to write that down.
Oscorp
This is legitimately writing it down, folks.
doing underhanded deals underneath Jurassic Park, I'm thinking crime lords are getting access to maybe some genetic material, some genetic stuff, or like some genetic altering. So you talk about these crime laws, you're going to start seeing random weird creature sightings.
Absolutely.
Again. Like, the Mothman sightings, and but you don't
Loch Ness monster sightings, like legitimate ones, not these little fake ass Google image research photos that you see.
legitimate clear footage.
Yeah. Little known fact, Scooby-Doo also dealt with the Loch Ness monster on several fronts too, didn't they?
Oh yeah, right? I know.
That's hilarious.
Did you ever see the
I didn't
old
even try to make that connection.
Scooby-Doo Batman crossover?
It's all real. They cross. I'm surprised
they're doing a supernatural one.
Yeah, they are. I was about to say
really?
that.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane. So, God, we keep. It's coming full circle now. So, without further ado, as John Connors partners up with Velma Dinkley, that is a ridiculous last name.
It is.
We're now going to introduce our concept, starting with the first person we started with in our pilot, Antonio. A year after Jurassic Park opens, Velma Dinkley wants to open up her own mystery incorporation. What did you call it before? What kind of company would that even be?
The name of her detective agency?
Yeah,
it's Mr. Inc., dude.
So it is a detective agency.
Yeah, it's a detective agency.
We're going with that. All right. So what happens then? And a year later, what is now introduced into our thought bomb?
So, in my mind, Velma and John are hanging out in like a one-bedroom shanty up in fucking Queens or Manhattan or wherever, and they're discussing their plan. And all of a sudden, comes to the window a man decked out in black, in a mask with no eyes, with two katanas.
Whoa.
And a tranquilizer.
What are we talking about? Like, oh man, I don't even remember that guy's name.
Wait, is it Snake Eyes?
No, Snake Eyes wasn't he the one in white?
No, that's Storm Shadow.
Oh, that's Storm Shadow. Okay, I got my ninjas. Okay, so John Connor and Velma are just sitting in this apartment in Queens, like
disgusting,
talking it out.
Velma's all like, "Oh, John, look at all these clues I've got. I fucking love clues.
This one's shaped like a blue dog's paw print."
Velma's smoking so much weed in this little shanty
she's
apartment.
not.
She's smoking so much.
This is her job.
Yeah, she's grown. Yeah, she's in college. She's an intern. She's smoking pot.
No, dude, she's like in her late 20s, early 30s. She's too adult for that.
Is she straight shooter then? Are we going with
whoever she wants?
Velma Dinkley is a straight shooter.
And Velma bangs whoever she wants. She's a hot mama and she's a genius.
Velma is a hot mama.
This is not how I pictured Velma going.
She's grown up. God dang it. She's grown up.
She's trying to run a business. She can't be doing drugs while she's trying to run a business.
Whoa. There's plenty of smart people that smoke dope.
I mean, there's also plenty of smart people that don't smoke dope.
Right, there's fair statements. So,
all right, I'm gonna flip a coin. Okay. Heads, Velma is completely sober all the time.
Okay.
Tails, she's completely sober all the time because I brought her into the continuity.
So, I guess that's it then. Velma, being a super straight shooter, tells John, "Hey, knock it off. Stop drinking whiskey. It's 8 a.m. in the morning." And John's like, "Shit, I guess I have to stop," because she kind of rules over the shanty.
Mm-hmm.
But wouldn't John Connor have, again, I'm not trying to throw ratchets and things. I'm just we trying to stick to continuity. Wouldn't he have some really horrible
Oh, PTSD. Yes, he would. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Dude, John Connor's on the fritz because from what he knows, it's been a year since he's been sent back, and he hasn't solved dick. All right, he hasn't solved dick. D-I-C-K-K. All right, there's an extra K at the end of that dick to emphasize how much dick he has not found.
Thought Bomb is not a spelling podcast, people.
You know what grown-ass John Connor would tell Velma to tell him if
Wait. What grown-ass John Connor would tell Velma to tell him? Okay, I'm with you.
Okay. He would tell her to go fuck herself.
You're right. You'd be like, he took it faster out of spite.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has I have PTSD.
Only when it involves the whiskey, though. Like everything else, he's 100% on her side.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's there when he has nightmares and stuff.
Yeah, they're a nice partnership. No romance.
Nothing more. Yeah, no romance
whatsoever. Absolutely.
She's got a business to run.
Yeah, she has a business to run.
She doesn't have time for that. Her heart belongs to Shaggy.
And a secret crush on Doc Connors.
Maybe. Oh man, this is gonna turn into a really different story really quick.
So you're saying this garbed in black ninja with a
Snake Eyes,
yeah,
G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes from the G.I. Joe franchise. Again, for those of you not intimately familiar.
He just stalks in the window, and then what?
They're shot. Everything goes black. Wake up, some unordained amount of time later, and stands in front of him, the entire G.I. Joe team.
So you are petitioning that in our thought bomb here, in this session, that you want G.I. Joe in its entirety.
Yes. Now hear me out.
All right.
Hear me out.
So, all right, wait, before I can put a pin in this real quick, just, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I love the idea. But if G.I. Joe exists, that means that Cobra exists.
It's perfect. Actually.
So when Barney the dinosaur takes off his masks, it's Cobra.
It's just Cobra, and then he has a mask. He
takes off that mask. It's a velociraptor.
So now that Cobra, if Cobra exists, that means they're threatening the world on a Saturday morning to Saturday morning basis.
It's brilliant though. Think about
it's a Saturday morning.
Covert arms to conquer and shit, the world,
top scientists, all the technology, super advanced technology from Cobra. Cobra is just as important as G.I. Joe in this. Okay? Funding, they're the true backbone of Oscorp. Mm-hmm. Not the true backbone of Oscorp, mm-hmm. but maybe the true, funder of Jurassic Park.
All right, I'm going to do... All right, research. So I'm going to come in on this. All right, I'm a bandwagon on this idea.
Okay, bandwagon.
I fucking love it. All right, so there's now... So 2 people now agree with this because I fucking love the idea that Oscorp is being strong-armed by Commander Cobra himself. And the fucking scene... All right, by the way, I'm just going to get it out there. I loved the live-action G.I. Joe movies.
They were fucking great.
They were
action movies. They were supposed to be like that.
The fucking scene when the president in the second movie was like... What is it that you want? And then Cobra Commander walks up to all the monitors and shit, and he just I want it all. That is the same Cobra Commander that is behind Oscorp. Of course Cobra would be involved in genetically enhanced dinosaurs.
All right, I will be on board with this on one condition. All right, in my mind, Roadblock is Dwayne Johnson.
100,000%.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, that was implied.
Okay, so Dwayne Johnson's just secretly been a part of
the entire time.
Yes, okay.
The actual Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, Dwayne D-Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
I'd like to amend that one more time and say that he plays all of his characters in this universe. There's doppelgangers. That's all I want to throw it out there.
All right, I'm going to make another note.
All Dwayne Johnson characters are
Dwayne the Rock Johnson is everywhere.
Black Adam, he's he's fucking the guy from Doom. He's everything.
He's a Scorpion King. He's a horrible CGI Scorpion.
The same exact one. He plays all his characters. He plays the guy from Walking Tall with the 2x4 and everything. That's
a good ass movie. I don't even know what time we started, so this is going to be a rough draft. So. Why not?
All right, so Dwayne The Rock Johnson is
so G.I. Joe exists in this world. Mm-hmm. Cobra is strong arming Oscorp, so they're the secret. And that's brilliant. Holy shit, just come full circle, dude. Cobra Commander wears a mask, and he's a guy behind the mask. It's a guy behind the fucking mask. desk. That's incredible. I'm high five over that. Fuck it. That was terrible. There it is. That's a good ass. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna edit that one in.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Oh wow, we're really going off the rails here. Today's thought, Mom. No, I'm a big fan of this idea. So now, how is that going to affect everything else? And we already know that obviously Cobra Commander is like, all right, Osborn,
he's our first really big.
You're doing everything. Like we thought, Osborn was our main antagonist here, but no, he's just a pawn. Well, he's just a gear in the machine.
Of course, he's just a pawn, though. Like you got to think about the brilliance. Now that Velma's here, there's always that like red herring. That
exactly. Osborn is the red herring,
God.
but Cobra Commander. A lot of stuff goes along with that. So maybe are they also responsible for the black market dinosaur deals that's going on? 100%. 100%. Or then how is G.I. Joe mixed into this then?
Because G.I. Joe.
So they're fighting. They're obviously fighting.
But
Cobra,
they need a guy inside because the secret security, right? Cobra's security is too good, and they're not caught on to John Connor yet because he's just a security guard. And like the very fact that for the last year he's been teaming up with this detective agency wannabe has been or not is. Currently
has been.
Well, she's not successful in her first year, right? It's whatever.
Starting a detective agency, that's rough business, man.
It is 100%.
See, no, I want them to know about John Connor. I want it to be Dwayne Rock Johnson as Roadblock standing in front of John Connor.
Saying you look familiar because Dwayne The Rock Johnson is John Connor's grandfather.
Possible. I was going to go with no, he's like, shut the hell up, Connor. We know who you are. We felt that when you came back. We felt that in whatever, temporal magnetic field. And the time, we felt that. Our scientists read that it was off the charts.
So it was it was energy from another time that didn't exist.
Yeah.
So the G.I. Joe knows that John Connor is from the future.
He's like, yeah, it's like, we're going to help you. It's
like, is John Connor just distant relative from the past?
I'm okay with that.
Joe. Is John Connor's grandfather G.I. Joe?
They don't know about it till later.
God, this is so. The sinister undertones are already there because that means that Cobra and Oscorp, between the two of them, potentially create Skynet, and I think Cobra does it on purpose, but then somehow gets overthrown. Like his artificial intelligence becomes too self-aware, as Skynet did, and extinguished all of the G.I. Joe and Cobra in one fell swoop. So is John Connor in this moment? Like you said, distant relative? Is G.I. Joe? Are they the resistance against Skynet?
Absolutely.
Oh
my God! You're talking about the true American heroes.
I'm gonna write down right now. I want to make the viewers and everyone aware of this. Right now, I am writing down the identity of Cobra Commander, and when we discuss this, like 3 to 5 episodes in the future, I'm going to show you guys that I am 100% right about the identity of Cobra Commander. So just go on. I'm writing this down. Okay. We're just going to refer back to this later so we know how awesome I am.
Okay.
It is done.
So, Thomas.
Yes.
So G.I. Joe exists now. Do they want...
So G.I. Joe is like a global force for good. It doesn't solely belong to the United States. So there are several companies that are so worried about the repercussions of Jurassic Park that they make G.I. Joe get involved.
We're talking about like the elite of the elite Navy SEALs don't become Navy SEALs. They get sent to G.I.
G.I. Joe. Okay, sorry. Okay. So what's the purpose of them coming, or the G.I. Joe going to John Connor? Because they need a guy inside, right? So they want John Connor to serve his country and to basically report now to the G.I. Joes with Velma.
Roadblock says, shut the hell up, Connor. It's like, we're going to help you and you're going to help us. I already know your story.
Oh, well, Jinkies. Okay.
Yeah, why not? Did Velma even know this?
No, Velma already knows that G.I. Joe exists.
No. Did she already know that John was from the future?
She had to have. She is like detective extraordinaire.
They load them up with tech as well.
They do? All right.
And they do help them out, but they're going to help. They're helping.
So it's like Ghostbusters Velma.
Almost like Ghostbusters Velma. But instead of hunting ghosts, she's hunting dinosaurs. And cobras. So
she's like Safari Hunter Velma.
So what gets introduced, Thomas? What next?
Oh gosh, there's so many ideas going around in my head right now. Okay, so G.I. Joe exists. Mm-hmm. They are a global force to stop all of
Cobra's efforts, which also means that Cobra is potentially a global force as well.
Exactly. So like there's shockwaves from this Jurassic Park thing, right? Yeah. You know, like Cobra, they were involved in that. Mm-hmm. And so now
damn, they had to have been.
Oh, of course they were. Of course they were. They had that dinosaur DNA. They gave that to Oscorp, man. They had to have. And then as a result of Jurassic Park, this is why G.I. Joe has to get involved, because it's really blowing up. It's blowing up and becoming a global issue that they weren't prepared for. Because all these other countries, they're trying to produce their own Jurassic Park. They're trying to get on that train, man. They're trying to get on that money train.
Not to mention
Money Town.
Not to mention that the blacklisted auctions for the last year have already sold off, and so that means that other private companies and private militias have access already to this genetic material.
Absolutely. So all this genetic material is going around to all these countries, right? And Japan, they can just let America have Jurassic Park. They have to have their own version of Jurassic Park. So Japan tries to create their own Jurassic Park. They make, here's the thought bomb, Japan accidentally creates Godzilla.
Yes. I love it.
In their effort to clone their own T-Rex.
Yeah.
Something goes awry, some radiation gets mixed with some other dangerous chemicals, and boom! We have our first kaiju in the mix, boys. We got Godzilla roaming around Tokyo, busting down some stuff, and G.I. Joe's like, oh god, what are we gonna do?
Which Godzilla are we talking about? Are we talking about super giant, fucking amazing Godzilla from last Godzilla?
Before you answer,
okay.
Or can we keep this fucking inconspicuous as fuck? Can it just be
Cloverfield level Godzilla?
Yeah, just Godzilla, so we don't have to so we don't have to pin a little fucking label on it. It can just
blame it on North Korea or something.
Well, I'm just saying it doesn't have to be any specific version of Godzilla. It can just be a general Godzilla. Right. So if he wants hyper beam fucking Godzilla who shoots lasers out of his spine and shit, it's a real movie.
I am fine with this. However, I will tell you what one Godzilla this is not. This is not cartoon Godzilla running around with those fucking teenagers in that damn boat with their baby Godzilla running around the... Did you ever see that TV show?
No, that sounds awful.
It was terrible. That is not the Godzilla I'm talking about. I'm talking about badass running around Tokyo, tearing stuff down. Oh god, Mothra showed up.
It's like that Men in Black cartoon quality kind
of. Oh yeah, it was terrible. That TV show was awful.
So this is like serious kaiju level shit.
Things like Pacific Rim.
Yeah, this Godzilla is fully armed and operational with hyper beams.
All right, so here's something I want to run by you guys. So, yeah. So when Japan accidentally created Godzilla, now was it just like I was saying earlier, chemicals got mixed, radiation got mixed, and our T-Rex clone accidentally became this monstrous-sized Godzilla? Or is it more Pacific Rim style, to where they accidentally opened a portal to another world where there exist such monsters as Godzilla? Which continuity do we want to go with here? What do we want to win?
I would like to put my official vote, I guess, would go to the fact that they got genetic splicing from Jurassic Park, trying to recreate it. They have to do bigger and better. So instead of multiple giant dinosaurs, they create the apex predator.
Oh, yes, that's perfect. Yes. They're trying to make bigger T-Rexes, so they have a better part.
Yeah, fuck the Andromedus Rex. Godzilla.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yes. So opening a portal that leads to a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, that's right.
Because then you can open portals from everywhere.
Yeah, for everywhere, and I'm not ready to open portals just yet, boys.
Rick Sanchez be doing that shit. Bet your ass on it.
That's episode 10.
Episode 10.
Okay, so yeah, Japan does some DNA splicing, tries to create the bigger T-Rex, the better dinosaurs, creates Godzilla.
The ramifications of what Oscorp has done will like slowly but surely.
Japan's destroyed.
No, yeah,
because realistically, they have no way to deal with Godzilla.
And our fearless hero, John Connor, is the whole weight of the world is on his shoulders. He's stepping down this ugly slope into a depressive spiral of drinking and other menageries involved. Like, for instance, the fact that he was sent here a year ago and he's seeing the very world that he was supposed to save fall apart around him because he hasn't exposed Oscorp or Jurassic Park for what they really are.
I honestly forgot for a moment that we canoed in that John Connor was sent back from 2018 to 2017. I forgot that was a thing. That screws everything up. But it's okay.
If you think about it, like, this can begin his militaristic training, like, or he can increase it, or he can get.
Oh yeah, he's a G.I. Joe. Get trained
he's
by.
He's a G.I. Joe, dude. He has to be.
He's a
G.I. goddamn
He's already
Joe.
Or is he an ex-Cobra?
No, because they show him like it could be the scene where like the fucking G.I. Joes are around John Connor, and he's like, "I've seen you guys before." And, like, he throws down this old charred symbol of them from the future, right? And they're like, oh, we exist then? He's like, yeah, you guys exist then because I'm one of you. Boom! Plot twist, he's been in G.I. Joe this entire time.
Or has he been a Cobra agent that is now reformed into G.I. Joe?
Or maybe in the future, Cobra and G.I. Joe teamed up. Oh! They had to join forces, so that means there's a bigger enemy threat.
Skynet gets out of control.
Skynet gets so
Barney the
far
dinosaur goes on a rampage.
He goes out of control. Think about it.
Think about those roots that come up into that tree of knowledge. Like,
And not only the things that come out of this, but it's up to us three now to find a point to where there's a merger between the G.I. Joe and Cobra, possibly Oscorp. And then the uprising of Skynet. God, this whole thing is ominous as fuck.
All written down right here under my identity, Cobra Commander.
People radioactive spider bites at this point. Like, he goes like scorpion armor and goblin armor is coming out in factories. Like, I mean, it could be that kind of war. If it's
no, you're right. No, it could be that. You're exactly right. It could be that kind of war. But the true potential of Oscorp, even with Jurassic Park, has not fully been tapped in yet.
Oh, that's true.
Right? There is some great potential behind the doors of Oscorp.
All right, so here's something I wanted to explore before we get to your thought bomb, Al. I want to explore, so like, G.I. Joe is going to have to deal with Godzilla. Like, they're going to have to. Unless they just want all of Japan to get destroyed, which I don't think G.I. Joe would do. Like Snake Eyes, is he Japanese in the canon of G.I. Joe?
In canon, yeah, in the movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Storm Shadow?
Storm Shadow is definitely
Japanese. Yeah, Storm Shadow is 100% Japanese.
But I think that Snake Eyes is adopted.
Yeah, Snake Eyes is adopted.
But was he still like raised in Japan?
Yeah.
So like Snake Eyes is somehow communicating because he doesn't fucking talk, but he's like we can't just let
a single tear drips from his mouth.
Like him and Velma like look in each other's eyes and they're like,
they know.
They understand.
Oh, we have to save Japan.
And of course they want to the big military. Junkies, they want to blow it up, and that's when Velma's like, no, we can't blow him up.
We have to figure out why he exists.
He's a living, breathing creature type shit, Yeah. She's 100% for saving.
Oh yeah, of course Velma's like animal rights activist.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the G.I. Joes agree with her. I think like there's like 2 or 3 of them. They're like, nah.
Oh yeah,
I think we should kill
The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is like, yeah, I think I want to blow some shit up, but I think you're right. I think we need to save this.
And they're all like, okay.
Well, if Dwayne said it, I guess we gotta get on that train. All right, Roadblock.
What is...
Only if we had a Vin Diesel character here. That
Wait, who's Joe in this canon? Like, is it just generic Joe, or is this like
I was trying to think of
Channing Tatum?
Who's Channing Tatum's character?
Like, what does Joe look like in this universe?
Wait, did Channing Tatum play him? Did G.I. Joe? Who's been friends?
He was Duke.
He was Duke, right. And he dies in the second film, though. Like,
whoa, spoiler alert.
I don't give a shit. It's been years. Come on. If you're watching Thought Bomb, I don't know how to put a fucking spoiler.
Not for G.I. Joe. You're good.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Catch the fuck up.
Catch the fuck up, guys. Come on. I'm not going to spoil shit from like last week, but you're watching Thought.
Sound like the tagline to Thought Bomb? Catch the fuck up.
Catch Thought Bomb. Catch the fuck up. We're going to go through some spoilers here. Hey, Harry Potter's the last Horcrux, guys.
Holy shit! Why I was right in the middle.
Come
He gets back
of the
alive
12th book
because Dumbledore tells him.
I was right.
Cross station.
Son of a bitch! I was right in the middle.
I was really looking forward to exploring that Snape Dumbledore love interest.
Ooh, nah.
No,
He loved Lily.
no, that's true. Dumbledore, though.
Dumbledore,
He loved everybody.
He loved, Some of the children are arguing a little bit too much.
All right, so Joe has to deal with. Wait, God, we got really fucked up.
Thought Bomb. This is how you spiral. This is how you spiral.
Oh my God. Okay, so what does Duke look like here? Is he Channing Tatum?
I think.
Or is he just a generic?
I would like to petition that we don't get into too many specifics about like individual G.I. Joe characters. You know what I mean? Like just G.I. Joe in general.
Exists.
Unless they play a
let's
core part of the story,
right.
like does.
Yeah, until we need to, pluck from it at a very specific.
Snake Eyes become Spider-Man all of a sudden? Like, is that like what a combination?
No. Snake Eyes is Ninja Gaiden. He's Ryu, not Ryu. Yeah, it was Ryu. I don't remember what the Ninja Gaiden's name was from that video game series.
It might be like Ryuga or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was something weird.
It's been a long
all right,
time.
so they have to deal with Godzilla.
100%.
So how are they going to do that? He's a giant lizard walking around. How does Joe deal with Godzilla? Is there any way currently in canon for them to deal with him, or is Japan getting destroyed?
I think Godzilla is a a titanic fucking threat
Absolutely.
And they can't take him down. I mean, he's colossal in size. By D&D standards, you can't force movement that bitch. So what are they going to do? They're going to try to blow him up with a nuke. They'll nuke all of Japan. It'll look really bad on America's record to do it again. Come on.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Gosh, I don't think...
And Val was petitioning for the not necessarily rights. She's not an activist, but the safety of everyone involved.
I got it. So... and let me know if your thought bomb clashes with my idea of how I think they resolve this out.
Okay.
But I think Velma, being the animal rights and, I think there's probably a dinosaur advocacy group at this point. It's been a year.
Yeah.
So Velma being a hardcore dinosaur activist figures out, what? I bet Godzilla just wants to be left alone. So she ventures over to Japan. They do some investigating, her and John Connor and the Joe team, and they realize that maybe Godzilla laid an egg. And he's just trying to get his egg back. And that's why he's tearing apart Tokyo. And they get him his egg, and he's just like, hey, pieces. He leaves him alone. He just wants to go back underwater.
Cobra wants to take the egg and use the...
Well, Cobra obviously wants to harness this power.
Godzilla is the strongest thing this world has currently seen.
And exactly. Godzilla is our canon's most powerful being. At this, it was just
Saitama?
The Power Rangers.
The Power Rangers would be amazing. Let's just get in our Godzilla Zord and...
I'm sorry, I've got so much today, but damn it just gets better. We need good to go against the evil, because we got a lot of evil on our fucking hands.
We do. We got
Godzilla's not evil. Godzilla's like...
misunderstood.
He's misunderstood.
Misunderstood at best.
He's misunderstood.
Well, yeah, I mean, but like I'm talking about Cobra and Skynet and...
Well, Skynet's not technically a thing yet. It's just something we keep alluding to.
Yeah, it's something it's definitely the overarching season 1 thing.
Okay, so... Godzilla's just misunderstood, so maybe they're trying to find a way. Maybe it's not an egg. Maybe it's some other reason that Godzilla is tearing apart Tokyo. But, in all of Godzilla canon, he's never just being a dick.
Yeah.
Somebody always fucks with Godzilla, and he stands up. He's like that guy that you think is like really puny, just sitting down, and he stands up. He's like 7 foot tall, and just beats your ass into the ground.
Even King Kong picked that fight.
Exactly.
Even King Kong picked.
So Godzilla just wants to be left alone. Something in Japan's going on with that. We can revisit that later in the episode, but first, I want to hear Al's thought bomb. What are you bringing to the table?
You don't want to hear my thought bomb. So this becomes rather perfect, actually. The way this is all set up, perfect in its own really interesting, cool kind of way. So Godzilla is confirmed the most powerful being in our continuity right now, and they have no way to beat him. No way. I would like to petition that G.I. Joe even fails to save Japan.
Did they lose a Joe member?
They probably do. And all of Japan.
Oh God! Did they lose Roadblock?
They could.
Is The Rock dead?
They could have, but they could just hire Rock from other movies. So, allow me to introduce my thought bomb at this moment in time. All right, the UN can no longer risk the security of the rest of the world, and G.I. Joe has failed them. All right, 100%. Even G.I. Joe goes, man, we might not be up to snuff to handle this.
Can't handle Cobra and Godzilla at the same time.
So, exactly. So, mistakenly, the UN petitions to America, to Oscorp specifically, to build them a weapon capable of destroying Godzilla with one fell swoop. So Oscorp says, well, we just so happen to have the most intelligent machinist and certified doctor aboard our team.
Oh, God.
Dr. Ivo Robotnik has been working with Oscorp, and he's been working on his robotics and drones for the last year, trying to replicate these dinosaurs. And of course, Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman, right?
Okay, so you're talking about like the main antagonist from the Sonic video game franchise, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
The main antagonist, Sonic's main antagonist,
Oof.
Dr. Eggman Robotnik, okay? So, he is ambitious as fuck. All right, this guy can build an entire space fleet within a month's time. Okay, but he's not there. I don't want to go full fucking retard like and like with Dr. Robotnik, right? I want him to start off small. All right, and in his own continuity, all right, I'm introducing this concept through the 101 now that he needs animals to be inside his robots. Okay, that's
So
how
it's
they're
like-
powered.
Is
Okay,
that Sonic 2?
Well, that's all.
Oh, that's all the Sonics.
Generally, all of the side-scrolling ones, right? He needs them to power, and he kind of roboticizes them, and then when Sonic breaks them open, the animals are free.
Okay.
So, with Godzilla on the hunt, or on the prowl, rather, maybe not on the hunt, and destroying Japan, Oscorp's like, well, we have one certified Dr. Ivo Robotnik, who is in our tower right now, creating something. And so Dr. Robotnik is mechanizing T-Rexes, a legion of robotic T-Rexes. Yeah. He's like, we're not building just one monster to face one monster. I'm building a fucking legion of robots, which is secretly what Robotnik wanted. He just needed the funding.
Oh my God.
This is what he wanted all along. He is not going to live under the thumb of Oscorp. Another there's air quotes, people, scientific genius like Oscorp ruling over Dr. Robotnik? No way. He wants to build the Eggman goddamn empire. He wants to get away. And all he needed was a little dough. And guess what? In my concept, he fucking has it.
Oh my God.
And he gets access to any exhibit in Jurassic Park.
So we have mechanized dinosaurs.
Mechanized, roboticized. And the actual term, roboticized
dinosaurs. Would these be... Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to throw a word out there off the top of my head. Would these be like, I don't know, Zord-like?
They very well could be, Thomas. It very well could be.
Throw off our sound quality. Oh God, so we'll possibly get into like Power Ranger stuff. That's what I'm envisioning, like the Red Ranger, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger robot T-Rex running around here.
Since we
piloted by a giraffe.
So hold on. Since we have all introduced our concepts now,
yes,
and since you introduced Godzilla, you introduced G.I. Joe, we've already confirmed that G.I. Joe has failed in their attempt to destroy Godzilla, or to at least apprehend Godzilla, right?
But they saved a lot of lives.
They saved all they had to. There was a super fucking heroic scene where the hyper beam goes through the city and they're like saving them and shit. There has to be. Like Storm Shadow gives out another like tear through his mask because he looks behind him.
Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Storm Shadow.
Yeah.
Storm Shadow
can cry too. He's a human being under that white garbs. Not really robes.
It's like gi.
Gi.
Is it gi?
That might be gi. Gi. White. Gi.
Might be gi.
That's
I
a
don't
weird
know.
word. Gi.
So, I'm not very fluent on my Japanese apparel.
So, I would like to petition that Robotnik succeeds and Godzilla is captured by Oscorp.
Oh shit! Poor Godzilla, man.
Yeah, so he
just wants his baby back.
Yeah, and he's in his own little exhibit.
Mom, baby back, baby back.
Or do they say that he's destroyed and under the rug they've actually kept Godzilla alive too?
Oh yeah, that's 100% what it is. Yeah,
to study and stuff.
Exactly. So to keep the people calm, they don't want them to
Godzilla's
think that
wiped off. Yeah.
Yeah. So they have to tell the people, Godzilla is dead.
And
he's
do
not
the G.I. Joe
back.
know that? This needs to be a hardcore blacklist. I think the G.I. Joe don't even know this. This is a shit that the UN doesn't even know, because Oscorp, with their greedy little Robotnik under them, has kept Godzilla for himself. Because, just so you guys know where I'm going with my next thought bomb, Mecha Godzilla. Okay?
But you know who does know Godzilla's alive? Velma. She knows.
Oh, she knows. The evidence wasn't
That's the
yeah.
one person that knows. And it could be like a lowly intern that sneaks in and finds out.
No, it's Velma. Velma knows.
But no, I like it. I'm for Robotnik. I think that I think he should be higher up. He looks like he's on the total pole, but Cobra Commander knows exactly.
Oh no, obviously, dude, the Cobra Commander knows every dude. Okay,
does Cobra Commander even allow Robotnik to do that?
No, he does, because Cobra Commander was the one secretly going, I have the perfect scientist through Osborn. Cobra Commander is the one who's chaperoning all this shit.
So Robotnik's part of.
Yes, but obviously, he's Oscorp's fucking scientist, but he's really a Cobra engineer. Come on.
Oh god, there's so much evil happening.
There's so much evil. Yeah.
How will our heroes ever triumph?
They are overwhelmed. We need another.
We need some
more Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
But now's the time to discuss the ramifications of capturing such a beast like Godzilla.
All right, so Godzilla's
How are we on time? I
don't even know.
I don't even know.
I don't know when we started.
Yeah.
Okay, so Godzilla's captured by essentially Cobra, since Robotnik works for Cobra.
Yes.
So he's probably being mechanized. They're probably figuring out, where does his hyper beam come from?
Yeah.
How is he so gigantic? How do nuclear bombs not touch him?
They've been trying to roboticize him, and it's just not working. They're trying to transform him into metal.
Yeah, like they can't penetrate his skin.
They can't do it. The roboticizer that and until, dear listeners, until Robotnik comes across a single Chaos Emerald, he cannot fully roboticize Godzilla.
Oh, I'm so
That
nervous.
That'll be my disclaimer in there, because at one point, if you have Robotnik,
How are they keeping Godzilla like restrained?
I was gonna say, at one point he breaks loose and kills hundreds of them.
no, he does. He can't.
I think I still have the perfect answer to my own question, by the way. But what is your idea?
So he just can't break out right quick. This has to be. This is a dormant. No, this is his tail could have broke out or whatever. But I think that they've harnessed the energy from his hyper beam and made like an electric fence around it, like this energy fence.
Like a polarity thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I think they're keeping him calm with, I don't know, some sort of snack that increases focus and some sort of Scooby snack, maybe.
It looks like it is like
Zilla snacks.
Yep.
It's got a little ketamine in it for him.
Yep.
Horse tranquilizer. How much?
Oh, they definitely have to like.
Custom made it.
Velma would have to be, since she works as an intern at Oscorp, previously confirmed, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's previously confirmed. Oh, so is she like doing her detective business on the side? I forgot that we had canon that she was.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm discussing. Now, do we want to canon that?
Yeah, because she could be like.
Because she can be the one. She goes, okay. That's how she knows. She goes, well, we've kept him alive all along, and I'm actually on the team. You know?
Okay, maybe it's like her cover.
Yeah.
It's not her actual job; it's her cover.
Okay.
All right, so she has her detective agency, but that's so low key that she still is able to establish a cover as an intern for Oscorp, an intern who excels at chemistry and biology and all the sciences. Because
So I for one am for that she has studied like Godzilla's like behavior. Is he an omnivore, carnivore, and she has created sustenance at very small scales, right, to keep him like what's the word I'm looking for?
Docile.
Yeah, keep him docile.
Velma Dinkley creates Zilla snacks.
Yeah, effectively. I mean, obviously.
No, I mean that seems like the most logical way that they would have
Because
to deal with
then
it.
he's sedated. Then you keep him sedated.
The one
Exactly.
human he can communicate with, or not communicate with, but won't instantly kill.
Exactly. Like she's low key. Like, hey man, I'm just trying to get you out of here.
It's that archetype where the Beauty and the Beast.
Exactly.
You know, like
You got
Where she looks at it,
yeah.
it's like,
and
like
it just
he goes-
knows, like his pupil.
Like she sees him start to cry or whatever.
There's definitely a moment of weakness of Godzilla, and then Velma comes to
Like
his
this
aid.
monster has a soul.
It does. It's not.
Oh
It's not
my
a weapon.
gosh, and
But
Velma's just-
Velma works. She's the first direct intern, right? She answers to Ivo Robotnik, the person who is leading this.
Yeah, he recognizes her as a prodigy, so he takes her under his wing.
And she's learning.
He's naive. He doesn't think that she would betray him.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. Okay, Robotnik is super fucking paranoid. All right.
Okay.
Super paranoid. He thinks everyone's betraying him. All right.
Oh, okay.
He's only knowingly working for Cobra Commander because now that he has this funding, he's gonna one day overthrow Cobra with Mecha Godzilla. Okay. Like.
That's
He's he's gonna do a double
A double. He's a fucking triple agent, dude. Like a triple cross. Like. And then just double cross your motherfucker.
all right. So Velma is working under Robotnik.
Yes.
Godzilla's being tamed. What is G.I. Joe and John Connor doing during all this time?
John Connor has to realize that this is, oh my god, this is whole. I didn't even mean to do this, but fucking Robotnik creates AI all the time. Most of his singularity, most of his even the badniks that his robot army, like a lot of them aren't hive mind. Like you have Metal Sonic who has his own identity.
Oh, so Metal Sonic was created by Robotnik?
Yes.
I wasn't actually aware of that in the Sonic
absolutely,
canon. That's really cool.
Yeah, he was created by Robotnik.
Isn't he also
100%. to be better than Sonic in every single conceivable way?
Is he able
possible.
to absorb powers?
Yes.
And stuff? That's really
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Man,
Was
Robotnik
the Shadow
really.
created for that reason?
Yes, Shadow is a clone too, but we're not going to get into Sonic continuity. So,
Shadow's my favorite.
but all I'm saying,
Shadow's a really cool looking hedgehog.
oh for sure. But all I'm saying is that Robotnik, dude, he could be. He's a catalyst. When Velma comes back and says, "Man, the guy behind this, he's evil. I can stare into his eyes, right?" And she just knows that he has plans for Godzilla. He's chaperoning all of this, right? And then John Connor could be like, "Well, this has to be the guy."
So he thinks that Robotnik
is the catalyst to Skynet.
He makes Skynet. So John Connor thinks I have to kill
Because
him.
Robotnik could be like, once I roboticize Godzilla, there's only one thing more dangerous than a soldier that'll do anything you say. is a soldier that has a will of their own, right?
Mhm.
Someone like, someone who has no fear because they have their own will.
All right, so John Connor feels the need to kill
Robotnik, 100%.
So he enlists the help of the remaining Joe agents.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we have to kill Robotnik.
Yeah, and they're going in, and Velma's like, no, you need to save Godzilla first. That needs to be your first priority. And they have a
There's a
fallout.
huge fallout or conflict between them
the group. Yeah, the group is divided.
Because this is John Connor's sole mission, right? He was sent back from the distant year of 2018 to stop Skynet. This is his. Like his magnum opus. This is or that's not the right phrase to use for this call. That's his goal.
Yeah. Or can we say that because I can't remember. Did we really canon that he's from 2018?
I don't remember. I don't listen to our show.
I don't think we canon that.
Okay, so I'd like to officially put out there that he's pushed out.
I think it was a joke that happened.
Was it? Yeah, all right. So he's out there. Unspecified time.
Okay. Unspecified date that John Connor's returned from the future.
That way we have time to fandangle here. Okay. But I'd like to petition forward another cool idea that the world is in such disarray that they don't want another fucking disaster like Godzilla to happen. All right. So the world saw that it was Ivo Robotnik's mecha fucking dinosaurs that took down Godzilla. Right. So now instead of buying black market auctioned off exhibits, other militaries around the world in different countries are buying these mechanized, continually adding to his fucking funding.
Does Jurassic Park get shut down because of Godzilla?
I would like to think that it gets shut down, but it goes underground, quite literally to a subterranean base where Robotnik gets to utilize all of this awesome genetic material in dinosaurs for his own personal dark purposes.
Jurassic Park gets shut down. It
would have to.
No, I mean, you're right, it does. Because if you see, like, the repercussions from Jurassic Park of giant fucking Godzilla destroying an entire country, almost.
Yeah, that's...
then, you gotta shut down
Japan
Jurassic
wouldn't
Park.
even be able to be looked at as a dignified country at this point. They fucking created a horrible atrocity.
So the people are so scared. So Jurassic Park is shut down. What do they do with all those dinosaurs?
Dude, I told you. They put them down, quite literally.
Okay, so we killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah, air quotes, people.
We put them down. We gave them to Ivan Robotnik to make us more dinosaur bots.
Obviously, because Oscorp...
Dinobots, that was the Transformer franchise, right?
Dinobots, yeah. Oscorp, they're like, they apologize, and Oscorp does this as a front. They get so much positive publicity because they're like, oh my god, we don't want anyone to replicate our work, so we're shutting it down.
We're going to shut it down. Yeah. So everybody's like, oh my god, Osborn is such a good guy.
They were not forced to shut down. He stepped it down. He shut it down himself.
That's brilliant.
He lost billions. Right. He lost billions.
Lost billions.
All right, and then imagine this, dear listeners. After the big press conference of Osborn shutting down Jurassic Park, everyone cheering him on, he rides his elevator up his lonely tower and walks into his office, sweating at his forehead. A frown sets upon his face because that's not what he wanted to do at all.
Of course not.
Swinging around in the chair.
His chair, Osborn's chair.
Is fucking Cobra Commander.
It's like, good job.
Yeah.
Bitch.
He's like, I did it.
Yep.
And that's when Cobra Commander goes, are there any suspicions that all the dinosaurs are not really?
No one's suspicious except for Velma Dinkley.
Yeah, because she's on the board. She's on board as one of the teams.
Exactly.
Yep.
Velma knows the shit going down. But, oh god, that's perfect. Yeah, so Jurassic Park, as far as our world building is concerned, Jurassic Park is shut down.
Yeah, shut down.
I just got a fucking crazy, amazing idea. On the elevator ride up, Norman Osborn comes out, loosens his tie, starts getting in fucking Cobra Commander's face. Cobra Commander doesn't like this shit. Kills him.
He can't afford to kill Osborn right now.
Hold on. Hear me out.
Okay.
Out steps from the shadows, Zartan.
Oh, is that the face changing dude?
Face changer. Oh, now yes, because that means Cobra now effectively rules the most powerful company in America. Not even through a shadow link or a chain or for like fucking skullduggery bullshit. He literally is Norman Osborn.
Oh shit.
Holy fuck.
All right, so
This goes so deep. So, oh my
okay.
God.
So what is that character's name again? Because I'm not that familiar.
Yeah, he's
he was the guy in the first movie who was the president at the end of the movie.
Yeah, he's the
and second
professional,
movie,
what is it, disguise artist, I guess? What do they actually call him? He's an assassin.
He's a master of disguise.
Yeah, just a master of
All
disguise.
right, so Zartan is a master of disguise, can change his face to look like anybody's.
No, like, the only way that G.I. Joe actually found out that the president was Zartan was because he slipped up and used his left hand instead of his right hand.
Like it was
So, like,
subtle.
it's super fucking subtle shit.
Okay, so Zartan is now Norman Osborn, the true Norman Osborn.
God, that's so fucking good! Shit!
Oh, God.
I didn't even think of that! So
Man, G.I. Joe's got their hands full.
no, not just G.I. Joe, dude. How John Connor fucking feeling?
John Connor's just filled with rage right now, man.
Oh
He's
my
like,
God.
he is solidified in his mind that Ivan Robotnik is responsible for Skynet. So John Connor's just like, I gotta get in there and kill that guy. That's the only thing that matters. I was sitting here to stop Skynet.
But there's no way, since Jurassic Park is shut down, so is their security staff. He's
He has
out of
no
a
way
job.
in.
Yeah, he's no longer the end guy. So the G.I. Joe, like, we have no fucking use for you anymore. And the G.I.
John
Joe,
Connor's on the street.
yeah, so they have to disband. And so he has to go back to Velma and be like, Mr. Ink, bro, come on.
She's like, man, I can't just leave you on the streets.
Yeah.
So Velma has to take him
Yeah,
back.
it's like
It's kind of the plot of like G.I. Joe 2, but like with our
continuity.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, that's so fucking
Oh, we're
good.
gonna get so sued. We're so getting sued.
Oh my God.
All
that's
right, so
incredible.
Norman Osborn dead. Godzilla captured, being sedated by a bunch of Scooby snacks, essentially by Velma.
like-
God, this episode's really going off the rails. All right,
I love it. It's exactly where
it's
we want
great.
to
It's
be.
absolutely fantastic. All right, and Ivan Robotnik has his own master plan to
This is setting up a perfect, like,
have a coup.
this,
So what happens next?
I don't want to take control, but I have another idea.
bring it to the table, buddy.
Right, your last one was perfect.
Okay, so as soon as Cobra Commander and like Cobra takes over, they ramp up all the evil shit on the scale that they start doing human testing with this genetic genome.
See, I don't know if they need to do that.
No,
right now, though.
actually they don't need to. Okay, because I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna attempt to 101 this back to Robotnik. He's actually really never tested on human subjects. They're all animals in his universe, really. Like in the land of fucking Mobius and Not Hill, they're just a bunch of animals. There are a
Wait,
few
I'm
humans.
sorry, is Not Hill the name of the
So that's not Sonic's Village, it's not Hill
This is
Village.
Sex Planet. This is Cobra. It's still Cobra.
Well, no, I don't think Robotnik would like, because remember, Cobra doesn't do this shit on his own. He needs Robotnik's help. That's the.
Yeah. He
That's
has
the,
no reason not to trust Robotnik right now.
Zero reason. He's done
So if
everything
he's,
in
you
the
know,
name
He's
of
Cobra
Cobra.
Commander. He doesn't trust anybody.
He trusts them
He's
up
got like
until
a
they.
fallout plan,
yeah,
but-
yeah. He trusts them until they run out of their usefulness. You know what I mean? When their work grows stagnant is when Cobra Commander would be like, all right, you know,
Yeah. So I don't know if he starts doing human testing yet. I definitely think.
I don't think that needs to
That
come
there's-
into
Let me
play.
finish that.
Okay, all right. Well,
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
But like, so they start taking like human test subjects involved, like they take them like by force, and then you get a man with tentacles and a man with a scorpion tail and a man with a rhinoceros.
And no God, it's the
power.
Sinister Six.
Yes, but they hate it. They don't want to be evil.
Oh, so it's the Sinister Six
The Friendly Six.
and anti-villains.
The
Like,
Friendly Five.
Exactly. Like, you know, they do some evil shit, but they hate it, and
but they have to
And-
be forced to.
yeah, and the look in their eyes, and like you know, one of the Joes and one of the Sinister Six can have an interaction, and just make eye contact. Like it's just new Cobra Commander's new guard, but they're just like, and it just I don't know, and maybe that could be the way, that could be the help that G.I. Joe needs to free Godzilla.
Maybe. I think as far as freeing
I'm just throwing it
Godzilla
out there.
goes, no, and that's definitely an interesting concept.
I think it's
But
a
I
lot
feel
to
like
introduce.
As far as
At once.
as far as the general populace is concerned right now, like Osborn is the shit.
Yeah, I don't.
So
really,
they don't really have to go like outward with their
evil.
with
Yeah,
their evil yet
yeah.
because everyone is on their side currently.
Yeah.
They're like, man, Osborn is awesome. They now have control of Oscorp, so they can do
100%. Like in that fucking office scene, like where Norman, you know, like you said, like, loosening his tie, and like He's like, I didn't want to shut down Jurassic Park. That was my dream, because Osborn might have been good this whole time.
Oh, he might have been.
He might have been. He's like, that was my dream. He goes, I wanted to expose humanity to these primal animals because of to learn and study them for good, for knowledge, for the sake of humanity. And Cobra Commander
reaches on Norman Osborn's desk, picks up his toy T-Rex figure from when he was a kid, and just like snaps it in half.
And he's just like, these are not animals. And that's when he like looks at him through the mask, the silver fucking mask, no facial expression, but you know it's an evil goddamn glare.
Yeah.
He looks at Norman and goes, these are not animals. They are weapons.
Yes.
And that's when he gets shot from the back by Zartan.
I like that. I don't see anything wrong with that, honestly. I was trying to poke a hole and I was like, are we missing anything? But yeah, I'm not saying, like you said it yourself though. I just remembered and I thought, you talked about how high the PR is right now for Oscorp. People start investing in Oscorp now more than ever now. And then you're talking about people aren't want to go looking for the people who just sacrificed $8 billion. You know, this is a
well, I definitely think they're still doing more shady shit, but I think that's something that we can explore maybe.
We don't have to
later
make it
thought
out.
bomb.
Yeah. But I agree.
Yeah. But I think that, man, Cobra Commander's, he's sitting pretty right now.
He is sitting fucking
Oh, he's
All right, so G.I. Joe, they've got several things to worry about. So first off, no one knows. Not even Velma knows right now, currently.
Yeah.
I don't think that Zartan is Osborn.
No one knows.
No one knows. So they don't know that they have an enemy on that front, but I mean, they clearly do. They are purely concerned right now.
Shit, maybe the Osborn stepping down even turns G.I. Joe to look at one and they go, maybe we had it wrong. Maybe there was...
Yeah, maybe Osborn isn't such a bad guy
maybe,
after all.
You know what I mean? Maybe that one fatal step was what Cobra needed to completely seclude and mask his entire operation to the shadows, even from suspecting eyes like the G.I. Joe and other freedom.
Yeah, but then John Connor comes back after, having talked with Velma, and John Connor's like, no guys, you got this fucking wrong.
Yeah, but he can't reach the G.I. Joes now.
Oh, can he not?
No, he can't. He can't because he's with Velma, who's working in internship. She's the...
So they're all on their own. They have to break out Godzilla on their own.
Yeah, Velma, her main concern now is breaking free Godzilla. She doesn't care about no war, doesn't care about an evil corporation. She just wants Godzilla out.
Okay, they can't do that on their own.
They can't.
They have to find somebody else, somebody who has the ability to potentially help break Godzilla out of his restraint. Somebody who has
the sabotage,
who has the ability to talk to animals or talk to lizards, or who do they need? Let's make this our next discussion.
Our next discussion, our next poll. All right, coming up, wrapping up here. Who does John Connor and Velma, our two main protagonists,
who do they need to help break out
Godzilla from the grips of Dr. Ivo, Eggman Robot?
Mm-hmm. Oh man, there's a couple different directions we could go with this, right?
See, real quick, since Godzilla comes from the sea, is Aquaman?
Okay, make your argument. I'm not in love with it. Make your argument.
All right, so my argument, so if Godzilla, Japan, obviously, you said radiation. Was there a river that went out to the sea? I really enjoyed the scene of Godzilla coming up from the fucking coast and just wrecking shit from the beach.
Well, I definitely think that the lab that they were using to create their own Jurassic Park was under the sea.
All right, so if he comes from the sea, from the ocean,
sweater.
Aquaman can talk to all sea creatures. Okay. So would Aquaman be able to hear the winces and the primal urges and cries of Godzilla through the walls and be like, oh, I need to break out my fellow fish dude. And this would also introduce a very powerful hero.
Aquaman powerful.
There's some discrepancies in Aquaman's past, but in newer versions of Aquaman, he's kind of a badass.
I mean, that's fair. I do enjoy Aquaman.
I would say if he comes out of the ocean with the army of Atlanteans and is pissed because of the pollution and because he could hear the scream.
No, I want to change it. Captain Planet. I'm kidding.
But he can hear the screams of Godzilla from across the sea.
He would. If this is the whole reason for Thought Bomb, is finding little shitty holes to poke things in. All right, this little shitty hole. Godzilla comes from the ocean. Would Aquaman be able to talk to him, communicate to Godzilla?
That introduces some pretty badass villains.
And potentially command him, since he commands the forces of the sea.
Black Manta's an awesome villain to introduce. With that comes with that continuity, right?
Okay. So your argument is for Aquaman to come out of the sea and be like, I have to, like, Godzilla belongs in the sea.
Yeah, Godzilla belongs in the fucking sea. And you said there's an egg involved?
Oh, shit. Yeah,
so, that also belongs in the sea.
That's fair. All right.
Holy
So if you're throwing in superpowered motherfuckers like that, I have a one that's pretty off the wall. And I'm just going to throw it out there. And it's probably not going to get voted.
Okay, sorry. I got really excited because I just had my idea. But what you got?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter?
He can talk to snakes, motherfuckers.
What the fuck is Harry Potter doing in New York?
Well, so Harry Potter can talk to snakes, so you're saying he can talk to reptiles in general?
Are you telling me Godzilla speaks parcel tongue?
All right, let me rethink that. Go ahead. All right, rethink that.
All right, here's my idea. This is like on Velma level of genius.
Okay.
Right, so I want you to buckle up. Because who is the perfect person to come down and be able to help out with a variety or array of gadgets and gizmos and other devices to help break Godzilla out? Who has incredible detective skills.
I know you're gonna fucking say.
Oh, no. Because you think I'm going to say Batman.
No, you say Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget coming down in here. Wait, and maybe not with Penny. Maybe not with the dog, whatever the fuck Inspector Gadget's dog name is. But just fucking Inspector Gadget. Velma calls an old buddy.
Yeah.
Maybe in this continuity, Maybe in this continuity, Inspector Gadget, instead of being Penny's uncle, is Velma's uncle. And she's like, let me call my uncle. Inspector Gadget shows up, be like, let me just turn my hand into a fucking buzzsaw and zzz, now Godzilla's fucking free. Let me turn myself into like a robot container of shit and sneak in. Inspector Gadget.
The idea has some serious potential.
I love this idea.
I fucking love this idea. It's a good idea.
And how the fuck do you follow up to Aquaman?
I know Aquaman and Inspector Gadget. These are too strong. This isn't weak like your April O'Neil.
April, fuck off! Get out of here, Thomas. All right, so
Aquaman, Inspector Gadget.
I think Aquaman could also chaperone in some pretty cool shit with Atlantis. Like for instance, if Godzilla came from the sea, that egg might not even be Godzilla's egg. That might be something from Atlantis.
Probably a Kraken egg.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, honestly, it could be remotely anything.
Maybe it's Aquaman's egg. We were confirmed that Aquaman doesn't lay eggs.
He does not lay eggs. I'm 100% sure of that. He might fertilize them.
Y'all showed some pretty heavy shit, so I'm gonna go with like the gates of hell open, like supernatural and demonic possession becomes a thing.
Demonic possession?
No, like I'm talking supernatural style possession, where the demons are organized and they have purpose, and people can start selling their souls to make deals with demons.
So you're telling me that Cobra Commander is just somebody possessed by a demon?
No, I think it's a more small scale thing to start. Okay, and then Cobra Commander realizes, what the fuck is going on?
If there's otherworldly entities entering into this canon, there's some serious potential.
I agree. Yeah. Man, can you imagine if Godzilla got possessed by a demon? Like, how do you stop that?
Like,
God, no. How do you stop Velma possessed by a demon? You can't stop.
I've got a great idea for the next Top Bomb. All I'm saying is that I will argue tooth and nail for Aquaman being able to be the one to help John Connor and Velma breaking out Godzilla, because he comes from this fucking sea, and that's one of Aquaman's own.
What he sells.
I mean, that is true. That is a very fair point.
It's one of his own. It's one of his brothers, bro.
Yeah, he's got it back, Godzilla.
Right? You want Velma to call her uncle?
Yeah.
Hey, Inspector Gadget, go Gadget.
Go Gadget,
get Godzilla
Godzilla spray.
Yeah.
I think he's too much of a ditz. I think he'd be he'd fuck.
That's why he's got Velma to back him up, man. In the Inspector Gadget canon, he's got Penny to back him up. Like, Penny's the brains behind the operation.
You see Inspector Gadget flying around with his little helicopter hat in the middle of a firefight with Like, he is like, arms extended out.
Inspector Gadget,
he flips his hands and like two Glocks just pop.
I'm perfectly honest. Inspector Gadget has the potential to be a super badass if like DC took him over.
Oh yeah, he does. I would read the shit out of Inspector Gadget.
100%. So I guess that's the end of episode 2. In the comments below, please put in your own 2 cents. If you think someone else besides Aquaman or Inspector Gadget or Demon Possession should be involved in the grand escape and breakout of Godzilla, then let us know. I would love to argue for anything that you guys might say.
Absolutely. Please just let us know your own ideas in the comments so that we can figure out a way to fight for them.
Yeah.
That's what makes this fun.
Or here's another good one too. Just real slip it in real quick at the end. Bender just walks in and bends the bars for Godzilla.
Bender just walks in.
Yeah, just walks in and bends the
Leela
bars.
crawls out, standing right behind him.
Bends the bars. Godzilla walks out. Simple.
Bender walks in
And
turns to his friend C-3PO and says, "Let's break this."
Bite my shiny little ass.
I love you guys. Seriously, I'm looking at you, Tom. Not this Tom. It's the Tom in the mic.
The Tom in the mic. Our
the Tom.
secret listener named Tom.
Yeah, the Tom.
The Tom inside all of us.
Yes, the Tom that's sitting on the other side of that pink glowing screen.
And if people vote for your ideas, we'll use it. Or if you vote for our ideas, we'll use it.
And just
If you vote for my idea, I'll love you even more.
no, it's impossible. My love is
Subscribe,
100
like,
times.
that good
100
stuff.
times Thomas.
Tweet it. If you need to, tweet the podcast, whatever you people
We should
are
make a
doing,
Twitter
man.
account. I'm gonna make a Thought Bomb Twitter account.
Yeah, so follow us, at Thought Bomb?
It'll be Thought Bomb Show probably.
Thought Bomb Show.
I'll put it in the
We'll let
description.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
we'll
put
let
it
you
in the
know.
description.
There it is, right there.
Yeah, boom.
All right,
Going as we speak.
we're out. I love you, Tom.
All right. Thank you guys. Have a great night.
Woo!